will join us for the discussion. I'll be hanging out with Babajide Kolade Otitoju and Asukwo James. Journalist Hangout starts right now. Now let's begin the conversation. Good governance should transcend partisan politics, and the visit of President Bola Tinubu to Anambra State to inaugurate some legacy projects executed by Governor Soludo points to that direction. Speaking at a civic reception in his honor at the Alex Ekweme Square, Awka, President Tinubu assured the people of the federal government's commitment to improving their lives with upgraded infrastructure, erosion control, and a revitalization of the gas. The president also addressed the state's exclusion from the National Rail Master Plan, assuring residents that the Federal Ministry of Transportation would rectify the omission. Now let's share this story with you.
This marks President Bola Tinubu's first official visit to Anambra State since assuming office in 2023. As the presidential jet touched down at Professor Chinua Achebe International Airport in Umueri, the president was warmly welcomed by a host of governors from the southeast. His first stop was at the Emeka Anyaoku International Institute of Diplomacy Studies at Nnamdi Azikiwe University in Awka, a momentous event witnessed by Emeka Anyaoku and other notable dignitaries from the southeast. Next, the president inaugurated Anambra Fund City, a key project in the state, followed by the unveiling of the new government house. The symbolic inauguration of over 200 road projects and the iconic Ekulobia flyover in Aguata local government area were also highlights of the visit. At Dr. Alex Ekweme Square, during the reception, several speakers highlighted the impressive achievements of both the state and federal governments.
As a NADECO champion of the return of democracy to our country in 1999, inspires my confidence that you will successfully steer the ship of our country through its present serious challenges, including the underperforming economy, which breeds massive poverty and widespread insecurity, to the destination that we, all the citizens of this country, desire.
For Governor Soludo, the event was also an opportunity to call for further unity among progressive governments for the development of Nigeria.
Amidst humbly its national leader, and in Anambra, we are intentionally giving our party an ideological soul with policies and programs strongly rooted in center progressivism, while laying the meta-level foundations as leaders in commerce, industry, technology, and leisure. We are in the traditions of Awoism and M.I. Opera.
In his address, President Tinubu outlined several government interventions aimed at improving Nigeria's economic position.
Your innovation and your unwavering commitment to progress. Anambra has long stood as a beacon of commerce, intellect, and cultural strength, a pride not only to the southeast, but to Nigeria as a whole.
In a show of deep respect and appreciation, the 179 traditional rulers of Anambra State jointly conferred a chieftaincy title on President Tinubu, naming him the Dike Simba, or hero from a foreign land.
A beautiful one. But BK, let's get to the discussion real quick. The president's visit to Anambra State, inaugurating from one project to another, it shows the leadership capacity of the state governor, Governor Soludo, isn't it?
Yes, and the president recognizes Soludo's capacity and capability to the point that he described Soludo as his friend. He said, Soludo is my friend. He's a visionary and competent leader. my government will support him to actualize his vision for Anambra State.
Absolutely.
This is not the first time that the president will openly show his love for Soludo. Even during the campaigns, he said it clearly that Soludo was someone with capacity, someone who is reform inclined and all that. So this presidential visit, the first to that state in 10 years, was his way, an opportunity for him to show his respect for Soludo and acknowledge his competence, acknowledge the good work that he has done in just over 2 years. So I think that for a long time, the people of Anambra State will remember this visit because of the opportunity it afforded them to see the president in flesh and blood. They had not seen a presidential visit for many years. The president went there, and it was a memorable outing for both the president and the governor. And Soludo has a lot to show, and some of those projects that completed, the president was on hand to inaugurate them, including an 8-lane boulevard leading all the way to the government house. So it's a very significant event.
Absolutely. All right, Asugo, the president also promised to confront, the challenges bedeviling, the Southeast. Your thoughts on this? How assuring is this, by the president?
So one of the things that the president said is yesterday was that there's partnership between the state governor and the federal government, So, and the way he sounded, he assured, Governor Soludo and the Anambra people that he will help, in tackling the erosion, the gully erosion. In fact, the governor said Anambra is the gully erosion state of the world, So it means, and the president promised that he was going to help them, in tackling that. Because I know that in Anambra, because I married from there, one of the things that happens anytime it rains is everybody starts praying that their house will not collapse.
Exactly.
So if the president is able to help them in trying to increase maybe the ecological fund, it will go a long way.
Not just Anambra, Imo State,
all in the Southeast, And it also promised, to include them in the real master plan. Because I think they are actually cut off from the entire master plan. So the president promised that. He also promised to, even the president acknowledged the fact that the Southeast has a large deposit of gas.
Okay.
So the national gas master plan, Anambra will also be, considered. Not only that, even the dredging of the Onitsha, river, the president also. So the president has come out to say is going to do these things.
Absolutely.
And so we are going to hold the president, and the Anambra people also will hold the president, to his words. And I know the president is someone that they respect a lot.
Exactly.
And he's going to also keep to his words.
Absolutely. All right, let's move straight to our next conversation.